What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a new AI only battle. As promised, I got it working. I don't know how, to be honest. I just added a lot of civs. That the Indian civ pack finally worked as well, so we've got the AI only India battle. I'm just going to do turn 1 because there was so many little pop-ups that it's easier to clear them by doing turn 1. Everyone will settle their first city as well, which will make it easier for me to show you who the civs are. We are on a map that I've forgotten the name of, but it will be in here. So while everyone's settling their first city, we can do that. If you want to play yourself, it's Muchame, India. That is the map. The rest of these, if you want to pause, I know you can't see some of these, sadly. I'll try and go through them, what they are, but those are the other mods that are in use. I did have to download the India pack one and from a forum, which is always a little scary. Also, I'm back from being ill, so obviously if you're watching this video like a year after it came out, not important, but if you have not been around, if you're watching it when it comes out, obviously you'll notice I've not done any videos for a few days. I was ill, if you didn't see the post, so sorry about that. First day I'm feeling like my throat can probably do it. Come back again. I am still having like some random coughing outbursts, so if that happens I'll cut it out, but obviously hopefully it'll be okay. But yeah, I don't know if my voice will actually make it 20 minutes, but I feel like today feels like the first day where I feel like I could do it. So there's that heads up. And if you're wondering where the last AI only went and you didn't see the message, basically there's a message in the community tab. You can find it if you log in on a desktop or you go to the channel on a phone and scroll across. There's a post in there that sort of explains I ran it for 50 more turns and then it crashed, but some interesting stuff did happen, but I just typed it out. So that's what happened there. But what we will do for this map, I have made some changes to the map, so I'll go over those first and foremost. This map went the whole way around, which confused me at first, because it's not meant to be a TSL map, it's just a map shaped of like the India region. So I have put in a big line here, this is meant to be Southeast Asia. Obviously it's sort of cut off, and then it goes back into Pakistan and then India, which was confusing. So I've put a mountain wall here, so basically the civs cannot get through. So Vietnam is here, and Harappa and Persia is on this side. Some of the civs will not be exactly TSL. It's to make it exciting, but I've put them pretty close, I think. The other area that's walled off is this northernmost area. I say that this area is pretty open, but I'm going to roll with that and see what happens. But yeah, all of this northern area, it's hard to see, but through the Himalayas it is mountained off. Tibet spawned, but Nepal and Bhutan just didn't want to come out to play with us, so they're not in. So I thought it would be best we brought Tibet from down here to here and left out Bhutan and Nepal. That would be best for the game. Obviously, I was a bit worried if I left Tibet up here, even if this is all tundra, they could probably still win just from that. We saw it before in the Italy, was it the Italy game with the Gauls, where we gave them sort of the Alps to themselves. But yeah, we'll go over the civs. Persia, Mughals, again, I think this Mughals is supposed to actually spawn pretty near to where this India spawns, but we've gone for a more Timurids to Mughals that you get in EU4 sort of approach. We have Pakistan. Again, I think they're a bit further east than they should be, but again, just to space them out well enough. Harappa, again, I think they should be in the middle, but just for spacing, I've put them down here. We have regular India with Gandhi. We have Pratihara here as well. If we come down the west coast, we have Marathi. I'm going to keep an eye on them because I just did a few turns of tests, and their other settler sort of defaulted to coming all the way back to down here where they spawned in initially. So hopefully that won't happen. I'll keep an eye on it. I might sort of stop them and give them a settler if it does, or we'll let it run its course, whatever. Pandya and Chola, the other civs in the south. We then have British Raj, but you know, there was no space for them. I just put them in somewhere where there was a bit of a gap in the map. I thought that would be interesting. Up this way, we then have Gupta and Maurya, Tibet, as I mentioned. Bengal, the one civ that spawned that I didn't move out of all of them, I believe, was Bengal. I thought this works. That's about where Bengal is. It's a weird mountain range here, but it's there. And then we have Burma, Siam, and Vietnam. I think that is everyone. There's a few islands here that are available. Sri Lanka as well, available to anyone who wants to get there. Ancient ruins are on, which could be interesting. It's deity difficulty, standard speed. We have opted to have the info addicts on this time, so I can see who's doing what they're up to, as that was a request again last time. I try and balance it. I definitely don't think we'll be going until there's one civ left on this one. It's a huge map with quite a few civs, so we may as well have the info addicts on. And yeah, I'm gonna first sort of 20 turns or so. I'm just gonna let it do its thing. I'm gonna keep a little bit of an eye on Marathi, as I said, because I think, like I said, in the test run they did just sort of speed run their settler down here. So we'll see if they do that again. I'm not gonna necessarily stop them from doing that, but I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. Barbarians. Uh oh. Barbarians on. That's not good. It's not a disaster, but it's bad. That's bad. That's very bad. Why? I think I can kill them though, so that's okay. I don't think. I mean, they must be able to, I guess. I'll keep an eye on it. I don't want this area filling with barbarians, but I must be able to kill them, so that's fine. We continue. Get rusty after a week of not doing anything. Well, everyone's settled. You can see Marathi though. Yeah, they are curious with their settler and their scout. But maybe this city from Pandya will at least put them off. There's a lot of mountains on this map. I'm gonna acknowledge that. Lhasa's settler, Lhasa Tibet settler is coming out of the mountains, so that's good. At least they're only okay. Well, I mean, if they stay, there is a sort of space here. You know, the Himalayas are sort of 4 or 5 tiles wide. You can sort of live within the Himalayas still. But everyone sort of put down 2 cities, apart from Marathi, who are going to go and settle over here. You know what? They've got probably the most space in the world, so I'm gonna just leave them be. Persia have got their second city. They went east. The Mughals moved to the north a little bit with their city, and Pakistan went west. Harappa just went a little bit to the north. India also went west. You'll also notice we can see all the strategic resources. I'm not going to sort of do a review of them, but they are there, so feel free to, you know, keep an eye on it. If you want to pause when it's over your favourite civ, that is something you can do as well. Pratihara here has gone west as well. Marathi is, yeah, I'm not sure about this settlement, but you know what, you do you. Pandya with their 2 cities. We have Chola with their 2 now. British Raj stealing all the Indian cities' names. That's just stealing. British Empire doing their thing. Gupta have got their 2 cities. Here is Maurya with their 2. That is not a nice colour scheme. That blends in with the jungle very well, but there you go. Tibet with their 2. Bengal, 3rd now for Burma. We have a few pantheons, of course. We'll check over those once a few more of them have come through. Vietnam going for a 3rd city. This is a different Vietnam from a different pack, so that's kind of exciting. And Siam also has their 2, and another settler. I can see other civs now with 3 cities as well. India, Chola, and the other one in the south here. Who are you again? Pandya. Sorry, I'm going to forget a lot of the names, but 3 cities each. There we go. We hit turn 25. I'll let it go by itself for a few more turns just to get them all set up and running, and then we will have a look at those pantheons. India with their 3rd city here, Vijayanagara. Another one for British Raj as well with Bombay. Harappa now has 3 cities too here, and a coastal one, which is pretty good. Not many coastal cities. Marathi, okay, well they made up for the early mistake. They have settled a bit closer to home, as have the Pratiharans here with their 3rd city. None of these 3 yet with 3. Keep an eye on them, although Persia does have a settler. I'm curious about this space. Will the Mughals dominate it? But at the same time, I'm guessing Persia and Pakistan will keep them locked in that corner of the map. There we go, 3rd city for Tibet. None yet for Maurya or Gupta. Bengal is still on 2 as well. Burma does have their 3, as does Vietnam and Siam. And I think 4 now for the Chola. Very aggressive start from them, and for Pandya here. And they've cut off this random Marathi city as Pakistan. Right, I'm going to turn it off now as we start to get some wonders pop through. Right, it says barbarians. I don't actually see any, so that I don't know if they're there and they're invisible or what, but I mean, if I just go in here, barbarians, kill. I'm a bit nervous to do this, but if there was any barbarians, we just killed them. So there we go. I don't see anyone's units damaged, so maybe there's a bit of protection first 30 turns, but I feel like they've spawned by now. Either way, Pakistan with the Great Library, which gave them a good science start. And we're going to do religion overview. We do have no religions, but we do have some pantheons. Harappa went for desert folklore, so they'll get faith from desert tiles. I believe they are in or close to the desert, so that's useful for them. God of the open sky is pastures culture from pastures for Vietnam. Goddess of Protection for Pratihara will give them increased ranged combat strength, and religious idols will give India 1 culture and 1 faith for each gold and silver. So that's all the pantheons that we have in the first few turns. Sorry, I'm going to have to learn who some of these leaders are. It's going to take a while. Like, I don't know who Jinnah is, but Gandhi has entered the medieval era. We do know who Gandhi is, of course, as India completes the Stonehenge, which should help with their religious attempts in this game. It is again on domination and cultural victory types to try and give us some aggressive AIs. British Raj with a 4th city here, trying to cut off the Cholas' early growth as well, which is good for them. Anyone else making moves? Another wonder. This is, I believe, that is Tibet, who have just grabbed their 4th city with the Temple of Artemis. So they're emerging from the north, and we get our first religion. I'm going to guess India, but yep, it is India with Hinduism in Calcutta. That's pretty cool because it's almost always Ethiopia or, you know, Hinduism's normally not first. I know that obviously these civs, every civ sort of programmed to pick a certain religion first. It's almost always like Eastern Orthodoxy in Ethiopia, I feel, or maybe Arabia on a world map going for Islam, which is fine, and you know, nothing wrong with that. But it's cool that Hinduism is picked first for once. You know, that's pretty rare. And again, it doesn't make a difference in game terms. It's just the name. But there you go. Harappa adds their 4th city along this coast. Persia also with a 3rd here. There is a lot of mountains, so some civs might do quite well with observatories, but this map, you know, I added maybe 5% of the mountains. Like the ones up here, this was not much to add. You know, I just added 1 in between every now and again, and then the line, I guess the line, but then the 60% of the line is in the sea, so it's not as bad. Sure, it's fine. No one will get too much of a bonus through those observatories. Statue of Zeus for Marathi. That's another one. And Chola now with 5 cities early on. Okay. And a mausoleum, 2nd wonder for Pakistan, who now have 4 cities as they push north as well with Lahore. Still only 2 for the Mughals. And Persia with 3, but yeah, as I said, they are now pretty much cut off the Mughals, so they will have to make the most of this territory to their northwest if they want to grow anymore. Gupta still on 2 cities, but they do have a settler there, and then we also have Maurya with a 3rd city, but nothing more than that, as Tibet is going to go for city number 5 in a second. Bengal also added 1, and that was probably a smart spot. That will probably lock Burma and the other Southeast Asian nations. Asia. You're getting them all mixed up, the words there. There we go, another city for Vietnam. And Siam has their 4th settler as well. We'll see if that ends up going anywhere. Yeah, I'm guessing by the look of it. We normally see barbarians, so I'm guessing if I did leave them on, maybe it's just showing up at random, or I don't know. It doesn't seem... Oh no, now they're not showing up, right? Oh no, wait, it's not over yet. I mean, we're not seeing any, so I think we're okay. No one's got any damage on their units. I feel like they're not in... Yeah, I don't know why it's saying there's barbarians. Either way, religions. Pratihara founds Catholicism, and Harappa founding Confucianism. So the northwest part of the map with a lot of religions so far. Harappa, India. Yeah, these 3 are right next to each other. So that's already... It's going to favour whoever wins the early battle there, which obviously it does seem like you'd think with India getting Stonehenge, that's already a pretty good early bonus for their religion. Ashoka. I don't know who that is, but I think that might be the Chola leader. Just to guess. Am I right? It is not. He is Raja. Who is this? Ali Rani? Okay, oh, new city there towards... Yeah, I can't see Marathi surviving too long. Like, even with this city, this isn't a disaster. Like, it's still there, but yeah, they're just not doing that great. Compared to the others, you've got some other very aggressive civs here in the southern part of the subcontinent. India completes the Oracle, which is of course a free social policy for Gandhi early on. We will look over those probably next episode as well when we do maybe a Term 100 Info Addict update. Pantheons, we'll do the rest of the pantheons in a second. Check the ones that, or we'll probably just check the ones that turn into religions next, but there you go. And pyramids for Pandya. I keep forgetting their name. Pandya. With the pyramids, that's going to give them obviously some extra workers and better tile improvements, so they'll be making the most of their land. Burma now has 4 cities. Vietnam has also got 4, and so does Siam. But now, yeah, this is probably gonna be the first war region we get. Will be between Vietnam, Siam, Burma. Probably just based on the lack of territory for them guys to share. Colossus is, I don't know who that is actually. I think it's British Raj. There's the purple of from the mini map. You know, Gupta, British Raj, and Pandya are pretty similar colours. I'm trying my best. 5 cities now for Tibet, and they have got a trader heading to India. A caravan there. It's always cool. I wish we paid more attention to the trade routes. The problem is that AI just declares so many wars that it doesn't really matter. And also, a lot of the time, I don't think it shows you all of them, because you don't see that many. There you go, Persia, trading with Pakistan there. The Mughals do have a settler. I haven't put it down yet. I don't know if it's moved. I hope it's not stuck. Be nice to see it move. Get something done. What have we got? Pratihara with their 4 cities. Another wonder, the Parthenon for the Chola. That's what they've got there. There is a lot of... Sri Lanka's very useful. I'm just going to say a lot of oil. 4 oil tiles there. 3 in the sea, 1 on the land. There's silver. There's an ancient ruins, which, you know, if that's a free tech in the late game, that's pretty OP. Moria now founds Buddhism, which is Moria, that is more east. So that's probably good for the spread. And they've also added a 4th city to the north. Gupta is also about to add a 4th city, but they're going to head south away from Moria and towards British Raj. Still no wars in Southeast Asia. You know, that's nice. 3 new medieval era civs as well. All the Mughals did finally put down a settler. That's good. They are moving up this way. I was a bit worried they weren't doing anything, but there you go. They're moving. They're on the right track. Lots of civs going into the medieval era. I don't know who they are. Sorry. We'll learn the leaders. Once there's less, we'll start to learn the leaders. But at the moment, you know, there's a lot. I'm not going to remember them just by reading them once. Siam actually has 5 cities and 2 more settlers. So they are incredibly aggressive over here. Which is fair enough. They're entitled to be, I guess. Is that a gap? No, that's a glitch. That is a mountain tile, I think. Actually, that might not be a mountain. No, it says mountain when I'm hovering on it. Yeah, okay, I was going to check. I mean, Burmese scout got through, but that could have gone the whole way around. That's not... It's hard to tell. The fact that the others aren't here makes me think it's okay. I think Burma's just gone the whole way around. But either way. But we do have our first war, which is Persia versus Mughals. And yeah, that is not going to go well for the Mughals at all. So that's fun. But let's do a little religion overview and then a map overview. And that will be it for part 1. So Hinduism is already doing pretty well for India in 5 cities. Harappa's got Confucianism in 1. Catholicism in the Pratihara, and only 1 city, and again Buddhism in Moria. I'm just going to go over those now by religion. I won't do the ones that just have a pantheon, just because, you know, it might not become a religion. So far, Buddhism, which is Moria, is culture from plantations to production if the city has a specialist, and science from spreading with missionaries and prophets. Catholicism, which is, I think, Harappa, just looking, because I can see Pakistan is Islam behind. So they have got faith for each foreign city following the religion, faith to purchase monasteries, and 30% increase in the combat strength. Actually, that is not Harappa. That is Pratihara's religion. I remember. Maybe that's who I meant. Hang on, wait. Oh no, sorry. Do you know what? That's confused me. That's Pakistan's flag. That's not a religion. That's why. It's the same flag, but it's the half moon. Is it half moon? Crescent moon? Hinduism, either way, for India with 6 policies. Can build universities, public schools, and research labs. I want to say with faith, but again, I'm just sort of guessing in the dark from memory. Faith to purchase mosques, culture from every 5 followers. Temples provide happiness when there's 5 followers. That's a great one. We've seen that really help some civs in recent games. Missionary conversion strength is up, and then culture and faith for each gold and silver. And Confucianism, I believe, is the religion of Harappa. So sorry about that. And that is faith from desert tiles. Yeah, that's right, I remember now. 20% combat strength near friendly cities. Use faith to purchase cathedrals. Gold for converting for the first time. And gardens will provide 2 happiness. But there we go. Persia v the Mughals is war number 1. I'll now show you the whole map quickly. Here's Persia about to attack the Mughals. 3 cities apiece. There is Pakistan. 4 cities and a settler. Harappa down here, also with 4 cities, not a settler in sight. Pratihara's on 4, they do have a settler heading south here. India with 3 cities and a settler. Of course, India benefits from having less cities, so I wouldn't expect them to be settling too crazily. And the map is filling up as well. There's a bit of space still in the middle here of India, but everywhere's filling up slowly. Tibet coming out of the north there with 5 cities. Maurya with 4 and a settler. Gupta 3 and a settler. British Raj does not currently have any settlers. They do have the first cargo ship I've seen. Chola have 5. What are you guys? I keep forgetting. Pandya has 5 as well. Marathi have 3 and seem to be sort of moving around, which is okay, but it's not ideal. Bengal now has a 4th city, and yeah, they're going to start moving this way, which will put pressure on Maurya and Gupta. And then we have 4 Vietnamese cities, 5 Siamese cities, and 2 settlers, and then Burma with 4 units as well. I'll keep an eye on it. I don't think Burma's going to start settling on this side of the wall. If they do, it's not the end of the world, but, you know, Persia will fill the gap up pretty soon. But I will keep an eye on it. I'm pretty sure this unit went the whole way around. It does say it's a mountain. It's just sort of not loading in properly. So I don't think they can get through. But yeah, there you go. Be sure to leave a pick for who you think is going to win this one. I am going to go ahead and put my money on... I never know. I'm not good at guessing. I feel like there's more pressure on me because I'm making the video. I have no idea. I normally just pick someone who's new because it's cool to have a new Civ win. I really don't know. So that's a good start. I'm going to go ahead and pick... See, I don't know. The problem is I say I'm going to go ahead and pick, and I haven't picked. It's pressure. Too much pressure. I am going to go ahead and pick Bengal, because I think I picked them once before, and they did okay, but they didn't win. So I'm going to pick them again, see what happens. But thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.